Alright everyone, and welcome back to the Mox Forge. Today we got a really spicy list I found in the PREMODERN Discord while I was posting my new acquired food chains. And yeah, this was a response by the user Sunny S, and he provided a really sweet deck list of his foiled out food chain version with a lot of spicy cards. So if you played Magic back then as a child or as a teenager, this will really enlighten you. And yeah, let's take a quick look here. So by the heart, we see the same food chain cards as we know from other decks, like the Fierce Empath, the food chain, the 8 creatures to draw more cards, like Multani's Acolyte and Wall of Blossoms, some cheap mana acceleration, and some high-end stuff like Hypnox and Phantom Nishoba, and Deranged Hermits. So the difference with this deck is that you got access to a playset of Living Wish, which is able to grab a creature or land from your sideboard. In this case, it will always be a creature because we have no lands if we didn't sideboard out anything. And the other sweet card is 2 of Natural Order. So you are able to ramp into Phantom Nishoba or Penumbra Wurm pretty quick. Sometimes a Deranged Hermit is enough. And besides that, you got a very sweet ramping strategy with Rofellos as a 4-off, which is, in my opinion, massively underexplored in the whole format. And it has the ability to ramp you to 6 or 7 mana on turn 3. And from there, you can really make some explosive stuff. And another spiced part here is playset together with a 1-off in the sideboard of Skyshroud Cutter. It's a 4 mana 2/2, which an alternative cost. You can play it for 0 mana while giving your opponent 5 life points if you have a forest. So in theory, you can slam the food chain, and even if you're tapped out, you just cast the cutter. You are able to have 5 mana of your choice again. And at the high end here, we have 1-off Gargantua, which is a Phyrexian which draws 2 cards and you lose 2 life when it enters the battlefield. A Penumbra Wurm, which is a 6/6 trample, which leaves a 6/6 black trample worm back if it dies. 2 of Phantom Nishoba, 1 of Crater Hellion, and this is as a board wipe. This is the first question I've got, because you will never be able to pay Echo for this, but maybe sometimes you need the board wipe. Yeah, interested about this. One of the coolest one-off cards from the saga, in my opinion. And Hypnox. And Hypnox has the paragraph that it will exile all of your opponent's cards in hand if it enters the battlefield and was cast. And when it leaves the battlefield, the cards come back. So it's a huge Mesmeric Fiend, even hitting lands. And this deck is capable of hardcast Hypnox, I guess, on turn 3. Maybe turn 2 if you are really lucky. Not sure about this, but turn 3, yeah, even turn 2 should be possible. Like if you go turn 1 Forest, Llanowar Elves, turn 2 Food Chain, and then you have 3 of this. I don't know if my math ends up, but yeah, even then it would be hardcast and it would exile your opponent's hand completely. Yeah, pretty hyped about this. What's different? It's different that this deck here runs no Gear's Cradle. I think it's maybe not necessary due to the cutter and to the Rofellos. You want to keep your forest count as high as possible. And it has a really spicy sideboard. 1 of Mesmeric Fiend, a Phyrexian Butcher to grab creatures, a Desolation Angel, a card I want to explore further in future videos, because if this enters the battlefield, it destroys all your lands. But if it was kicked, you can just destroy all lands. So you got a 5/4 flying with the Armageddon effect. You can pay kicker cost with a food chain, and it's a really great artwork by Brom. So yeah, what else? We got a one of Phage, which I really love. One of Gilded Drake, a Desolation Giant, which is similar to the Angel, but it's a Wrath of God effect. One of Fierce Empath, one of Uktabi Orangutan, and yeah, one of Multani, one Verdeloth, which can lead to really explosive turns, cause you can pay the kicker cost with Food Chain, one of Acroma, and one of Avatar of Hope. So you are able to wish for 15 different creatures with the deck here. What comes to my mind is I'm not really sure why these are Llanowar Elves. In my opinion, this should be Birds of Paradise. But for now, I just copy-pasted the list. And yeah, I think with this, you are even weaker to cards like Engineered Plague. And you are not able to cast most of your sideboard without Food Chain. So this could be a great exchange against the Elves. But yeah, for now, I'm pretty hyped to test it out and to see how Rofellos and everything performs. So, I wish you fun and see you in the first match. Alright everyone, we are on the play here, so let's see what we got. This is the only planes we play and no other mana source, so we need to take a mulligan here. This has some potential. I want to keep this, ship the Heath, and I guess I want to play the Cutter turn 1 to apply some pressure. I mean, this needs to attack at least 3 times to get the damage, the life gain in again, but okay, this is probably Replenish, so I can play this pre-combat. I'm thinking about, is it possible that I play Hypnox next turn? This could swing the game pretty quick, but as these are very cool decisions here. Attunement probably. Okay. Yeah, we need to do something right now. Okay, here's a forest, so we have a lot of mana. So what can we do? 6 mana, so we can't play both of these, sadly. Natural Order could get us a Hermit, Phantom Nishoba, or Penumbra Wurm. I'm thinking about if it's possible that I play Natural Order into a card like the Fierce Empath and then tutor for Hypnox. I think I would need one more turn for that. But if this play would work. So turn 3, 6 mana is not enough. I think I attack first here. I think we are 1 mana short. 6 mana, we need 7 mana for this. And as this is not a creature spell, so the question is, do I want to play the Natural Order anyway to apply some pressure to the board, or do I want to make the Hypnox?
Yeah, I try the natural order. It's probably not correct, but if I wait one more turn, it can be interrupted by so many things. So here, if we take the Empath, I want to grab a Hypnox, but this wouldn't work because you need to hardcast it. Let's just get the Empath here and let's tutor for Hypnox. We are not in a good position here, but this could win us the game next turn. Because we can go Food Chain and then as you exile all your creatures, this is a hardcast Hypnox. Yeah, we are probably dead here. He can just have any other Parallax card or Replenish and we immediately lose. But it's fine. It was almost turn 3 Hypnox, save turn 4 Hypnox. I mean, it's scary enough. Yes. We don't have the tools to fight this deck, sadly. As I think we have almost no graveyard hate. The problem is if I bring in some of the silver bullets, I can't find them with a Living Wish. So the question here is, do I want to tutor anyway? I mean, we can just afford green and white cards. So my first question is, these Llanowar Elves should probably be Birds of Paradise, right? Maybe he's playing them to stabilize against creatures like Llanowar, Goblin Lackey. Yeah, I won't do any sideboarding here. Again, the only planes in my starting hand. Okay, this is much better. I think I can ship the wall here. We are relying on the Rofellos and the untap with it. And even if we got this, we might be in trouble against Replenish. There's a small argument for fetch this right away to not run into a stifle, which the Replenish decks sometimes play. But let's just try our best here. Okay, you're a bit late to the party. We got bigger things to do here. So next turn we got 6 mana. Again, the natural order is probably not getting us the things we want to do. So here it might be right to just say, play this. Rofellos is amazing. I think it's massively underplayed in the format. You might have a stifle for this trigger, no. Yeah, but due to the fact that they play 8 soul lands, you can be really quick in trouble against Replenish. I think I want to pay for the Hermit next turn, probably. So if I pay for the Hermit, I can't Natural Order. What would be my target for Natural Order? Phantom Nishoba or Penumbra Wurm? It's not fast enough. Yeah, let's pay for this. Another forest. It's a 2-turn clock here, so again, great showing of the deck, but probably not good enough against Replenish. Because this into the combo can just lose us the game here. Yes, it's over here. Alright, on the draw here with a really impressive hand. So this can snowball really quick. And even if not, I think we have some tools to just play a fair game. So the question is, do I want to cast this immediately? I think I want. It's a funny answer against Golden Lecky, to be honest. So next turn, Rofellos, if he's not dropping blue mana. Otherwise, I might want to... Okay, sweet. This is the black-green version. Probably with Krovikan Horror and Zombie Infestation. We got a full video set of this on our YouTube channel. So if you want to check this out. Yeah. Next turn, Rofellos, and then hopefully... This is huge. Is there a way to make this way smaller after the latest update? If anyone knows. Okay, he's going for the food chain there, probably. Or the Rofellos. He has to do it. He can't let me untap with this. Okay. So he probably has an answer for the Rofellos. I want to get it down. I'm not sure why he let me untap there. But we don't know his hand, so I think he's crafting a plan there. Next turn we have the potential for 6 mana. Man, I have 1 Rofellos in my collection. I might need add 3 more to play this deck. Another Living Wish. So I saw I've muted my microphone for the last 1.5 turns, but this shouldn't be a problem. I was thinking about getting Multani Maro or Deranged Hermit. Another Living Wish. So let's first attack here with a 5/5. Okay, now we can play Living Wish again. And have up to 8 mana. So again, just green mana. Okay, with 2 Saprolings. Sounds fine, right? It's 4/7. I don't know if the Hermit is better. Let's take the Ancient here. So the Multani is getting smaller and smaller. We have to keep an eye on this. And this is a great card. At some point, we might face a constellation on his side where he can just discard all of his cards in hand and our cards. So we might want to take one land and keep it forever. Okay, Cradle is still missing the engine, like Scree Goblin Naboos or Croaken Horror. Okay, getting rid of this. So this can block Multani now. I think it might be right to just attack with everything. Then he can kill Multani. This is not great. If I attack with all of these. Okay, he's getting rid of the Crater Hellion. No? Okay. Okay, here's a plane. So next 4/7/3/3. If I attack with all of these. He blocks this, and then we shrink our Rofellos again. Okay. Yeah, he was probably thinking the same, that he was just seeing the writing on the wall that at some point the Multani is just big enough to crash in. Man, I wish these were some Birds of Paradise. I need to check why these are Llanowar Elves with the deck's creator. I think again I don't want to sideboard. Alright, this is a really sweet hand. Wall of Blossoms is cool against the White Mongrel or Basking Rootwaller. So turn 1 Duress, hitting Living Wish, it's fine. At some point you have to accept that there will be a lot of discard, and every time you take a mulligan, it's getting worse and worse against this kind of discard decks. So next turn is probably the decision of what cantrip creature to drop. But I will decide after I saw his 2-turn play. Survival. I think we have like 0/6 like Naturalize or something. So here it's just correct to drop Wall of Blossoms, I guess. Because I don't want to bind mana here, and I don't want to just use double green to throw it away for 1 card. So 3 things to consider for now. I'm not sure why we are running Llanowar Elves over Birds of Paradise. And we are lacking completely Graveyard Hate and Enchantment and all. We have 1 artifact removal, but otherwise no enchantment or artifact removal. So I think it's just due to the fact that in many cases we are faster than the opponent. If this is the plan. So here we are drawing another 5-drop. So this is our only play here. To have some Multani's Acolyte. It's tempting to sack it away next turn immediately, because this will never connect here. But it's getting us deeper to a card like Food Chain. Okay, Wall of Blossoms. Another card you can consider would be some amount of Gaea's Cradle. If you can afford these. On Magic Online they are really cheap, but I think in paper even the gold-bordered versions are pretty expensive. Let's see. Yeah, even a world champion deck Gaea's Cradle cost from 150 to 200 euro. This is a lot. And from Urza Saga it's like 600 euro. Oh, this is a sweet combination. With him having all Root Wallers plus Gaea's Cradle. So this could be a problem for us. But again, you see that the format is evolving around enchantments and artifacts, and I really love it. So this justifies things like 4 or 3 disenchants in the main deck or naturalizes, because the artifacts and enchantments are so strong in the format, but there are very good answers to them. It feels a bit like some of these enchantments are like planeswalkers nowadays. For example, yeah, if you get down Oath of Druids and your opponent is playing a creature deck, there is this sub-game around the card Oath of Druids first. But I like it here because, yeah, many of these artifacts and enchantments don't have the I win button like the Planeswalker does. I think I'm not allowed to pay here. Plus, we are dead anyway. A food chain could help us stabilize a bit. Okay. I mean, we are not dead on board, right? And we could draw a food chain here. Living Wish. So I might want to hide this one more turn, but on the other side, I want to use my mana better. So here I probably want to maybe just the cutter or the empath. Because, yeah, this would be the strongest card, I guess, if I draw a food chain. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the Desolation Giant would have been the strongest card then, but he can rebuild so quickly that I think it doesn't matter. Our chances here to win are super low, so let's aim for the line that could swing the game. This is an interaction I really love about PREMODERN. Like, oi, this is enough. Yeah. He make us discard our whole hand. I can show you. Of course, we haven't seen the card often in the format. It's kind of rediscovered with the black-green survival rock list from Phil. So I just want to show you the card again. Yeah, and now he can make us discard all cards in hand. So as we have no way to win here, we are not dead yet, but I just want to not show him the cards in my deck. Let me think here. I think Crater Hellion goes into the sideboard, and I want to try another Empath in the main deck. To have the ability to grab it with a Living Wish. But as we have no answer for opposing survivals, like we can't answer the card survival and we can't answer the graveyard, this is trouble for us. Even if we got the Crater Hellion, he could rebuild so quickly. The blink of an eye. Okay, this is not super strong, but I want to keep this. Turn 1 Kabbalah Therapy, naming 2 Living Wish could be... Okay, I mean, he would just name 1 Living Wish, but he would get 2. But I think it's more common to name Food Chain, probably. Plus, we don't need the Living Wish right now. Okay, if we can land the Food Chain, which could be a problem with Duras and Kabbalah Therapy, we might see play here. The problem is that we really need to be fast, because we can never outvalue the survival. Forest. And chips a turn. Okay, this is good news for us. So in this spot, I want to try the winning line here, go for Wall of Blossoms. The more conservative line would be to play 1 Living Wish, to not run this into, for example, Swamp, Kabbalah Therapy, Birds of Paradise, Flashback. But I think this combination of these two... Okay, this could be a problem for my opponent soon. So 5. What can I do here? I can... Due to the fact I have the Living Wish and he's not... I mean, if I play Food Chain and I play this, I just have 4 mana, right? And 4 mana could... 4 mana is not doing much. I thought I could drop both of these, but... This would not even be a Hermit. So what to do here? I think it's fine to say Food Chain and chip the turn. So he needs to answer this, which he probably can with this slow handicap. So now we are really weak against a combination of discard and or naturalize, but I still think this is the best play, so I don't want to give information about my cards in hand. If I would tutor with him, he knows what to name with Kabbalah Therapy. 3 mana morph. Okay, Nantuko Vigilante. I think we are faster than this. So now we need to consider if we want to play Living Wish. But this could just get a... Ooh, now I have to think. So, if I play this, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 mana. So, 8 mana from the main deck could get us Penumbra Wurm, or... I mean, Hypnox is 11 mana. Or we could get a 6-drop from our sideboard. 6-drop from the sideboard could be... I mean, Phage is a 7-drop. So Faceless Butcher could be the play here. Like 2 mana. It's a bit slow, but maybe the Multani line again. Like 3, 4, 5. Then I have to put this. So Hermit is generating, it's cost 5 and makes 6 plus 4, 10 mana. So it's a plus 5. Maybe this works. I just go for it. I don't want to think too much here. So here I want to get Hermit. So now if I say exile my Wall of Blossoms, get down the Empath with my creature spell mana. So if we fetch Hypnox here, does it work? I don't know. So one, let's... So I think I might need the Skyshroud Cutter here. So let's cast this. He gains 5 life. But then I will exile this to cast Hermit. So this is fine. Then I want to make 6 mana here. Give me some black mana, so we are at 10. We need one more. Let's do 1 blue mana for the fun. And do turn 4 hardcast Hypnox. And keep our fingers crossed that this will be enough. So now we can decide if we want to exile, but I don't think so. I hope this is enough here. So what did we got here? White mongrel, zombie infestation. If I'm thinking correctly, he should have problems to get rid of an 8/8 flyer. If you would have another creature or something going, you can put this trigger on stack and then exile it in response, and the hand cards are gone forever. Yeah, this was a sweet line. It was possibly, yeah, I would possibly able to do much more there, but okay, flipping this. We need to see that we don't run into something like... I mean, we could still lose this. If he has recurring Birds of Paradise, or if he draws Goblin Naboo there with the ability to fetch 4 birds. I want to attack once with everything here to make the Hypnox a 3-turn clock. Okay, he probably tutors for a card like, hopefully not Gilded Drake. This would be a horror. I hope just for Birds of Paradise. First he needs to get Goblin Naboo, and then he can buy 4 turns against Hypnox, which is great. Yeah, here you will see again the raw power of Survivor of the Fittest. Squee Goblin, and next turn tutor a card like Birds of Paradise. Maybe something different, because he has some more turns left. But we can top deck too, so... The Depending on the the food chain build you are running, you are capable of playing 2-turn Hypnox hardcast with the food chain elves. Okay, Root Waller into Birds of Paradise. So he's stuck on mana now. Another Root Waller, okay. This is a bit odd. I think he's trying to do the damage race here. But as he's stumbling with his mana, we can block pretty efficient with our Squirrel tokens, I guess. Plus we can just keep the Hypnox back at one point in time. So not going for a bird here is... I'm curious. All of roots. I mean, we saw birds, right? Okay, Rofellos is just good for the purpose that it's a 2-1. And I'm not sure if I want to attack here. If I attack here, he might block, but why should he? Bringing him to 4? Yeah, it might matter. But I think I just want to attack with Hypnox. Yeah, just attack here. Not completely sure, but I have a slightly better gut feeling there. So now he needs to decide if he wants to spend his whole turn keeping mana up for Basking Rootwaller, which he can't afford. He needs to get Birds of Paradise down immediately. And he needs to do this every turn. But we still can lose against a combination like Genesis and... Okay, here's the bird. I still want to attack with Hypnox. Because mana is still an issue for him and I don't want to loosen the pressure here. Really interesting match. Another squee. I'm not sure about this, to be honest. Okay, I don't want to lose against a card like a Diabolic Edict, but I don't think he's running something like this. So blocking this is tempting. I think this is what I want to do. Having a ton of mana could help me when I draw something like a Wish or Phantom Nishoba. Llanowar Elves, not great, not bad. So we apply some more pressure here. He's forced to block. So he still can get just damaged. Black mana here. Plus he's forced to go again for a card like Birds of Paradise with his Squee Goblin Naboo. And sooner or later he's forced to put Genesis inside this loop after the 4 birds are gone, but this will take some time. But again, we have a huge amount of top decks. We can draw some of our cantrip creatures, some of our top end creatures. So if he's offering again the trade with the Vigilante, I think I want to block with Rofellos, because we can hardcast Phantom Nishoba. I think the most scary card he can get here is probably Gas Cradle. Okay, it's funny that he's doing everything of this pre-combat. So we can just block without him, or without fearing him having amount of pump for his Root Wallers. Faceless Butcher could be a problem. I think Faceless Butcher get all creatures, right? Genesis, yeah. So he wants to go for the long run here. So we need to add some more things. So mana is still a problem for him. So I'm tempted to just block here. At some point we can keep the Hypnox back, but it's not here yet, the point. We can hardcast almost another forest. This is a bit too much maybe. But again, I need to apply some more pressure. And yeah, we need to find something in time for now. He's untapping with 6 mana, which is a lot. So I'm not favored here. After turn 4, we draw 4 turns straight just mana sources. So this is probably not enough. Yeah, now he can block the Hypnox infinite. So I think I will stay back with it for a while. I would be happy about some amount of wall of roots. A wall of blossoms, I guess. On the other hand, we have a lot of dead draws for now. Okay, this is super dead. Yeah, this is disappointing. Do I want to attack here? I don't think so. Or maybe one more turn. We are not facing lethal here, and okay, Chromican Horror is changing the game a bit. But if he wants to play it without taking damage, he needs to tap Birds of Paradise. time will be an issue for my opponent. So it's quite sad that in these rounds you can't say, yeah, let's just add 5 more minutes if both players are fine with that. Yeah, he's kind of forced now to spend 4 mana a turn to not die against Hypnox. Ah, this is sweet. Let's get this down, and this is probably the win here. He needs to block again. And with this we are even having a fair win. So, I mean, fair in a kind of way that we don't just win due to timing, which is still fair in Magic Online if you're not facing lags too much. Yeah, so it seems to be right to stay aggressive here. But, I mean, this Hypnox is attacking for 6 or 7 turns straight, and these birds are doing a great job of jumping into the front. Okay, let's pay Echo here. Natural Order, okay. Why not? I mean, I would attack for 1 less, so let's just attack first here. We can't show it then. Yeah, good game. This was intense. Squirrels doing the job. So I could have sacked away 1 more squirrel for the natural order. Alright, everyone, on the play here, but this could backfire pretty quickly. So let's take a mulligan here. This is way better. I think I want to ditch the Phantom Nishoba for now. Let's cast this, maybe. We can make some damage with it or block. Next turn, I think I want to play Wall of Blossoms. Okay, this could be Goblins. Yeah, this is a cool action. From Cutter to Goblin Lackey. So let's play our Wall of Blossoms here to have more blockers. Another wall is great. I can attack here, because he will never attack with this into the wall, I guess. Maybe if he has some lightning bolts, something like this, but I don't assume. Okay, this is just a colorless land against us. Okay, Phantom Nishoba, not super bad. Another land is fine, so keep that back for now. Phantom Nishoba could really help us stabilize. So let's take a look at our sideboard here. Another Lackey. Yeah, I'm happy that we got a lot of blockers. It could be a possible line to just Living Wish for another Cutter here. So, another cantrip. Food chain, okay. So next turn, we can explode. So if he wants to port, I think I want to pay mana here. Otherwise, I don't know, maybe just go for a chroma, but this might not be good enough. We could even wipe the board. So what did he hit here? 1 Mock Fanatic. Okay, this is really unlucky. So if I pay here, this could net us 1 mana. But then yeah, I want to pay here.
I mean, he probably has some Naturalize. So it's tempting to do our kind of combo turn now. So maybe it's right to... If I don't pay here. Could Desolation Angel win from here? I'm not sure. I think the best bet would be to go for Akroma. So I don't want to pay here. Hermit is great because it can really ramp. So Food Chain, Living Wish. Okay. Yeah, this is so cool. Let's go for Akroma here. So then I want to exile this for Hermit. So, and from here I want to add white. So together this would be 15 mana. It's a bit too much, I guess. I think I want to go with Akroma first. To apply more pressure. I don't know. Maybe Verdeloth would have been great too, but... So now the question is, do I want to exchange Wall of Blossoms and another Wall of Blossoms and a Scribble into Phantom Nishoba? And I think the answer is yes. Because I don't think I will have another turn with Food Chain. So now that we have played everything, it's not tempting for him anymore as we are having no cards in hand. So there is no reason for him to play Disenchant on the Food Chain. Alright, this is enough for him. So I don't think we need to sideboard. I mean, we could... I want the Cutter, right? I want the Hermit. I want Phantom Nishoba and Akroma. But probably in the main deck, right? If I put the Empaths in... I'm not sure, because Living Wish could sometimes be a problem to cast. I'm not sure about the Gargantua here. Cut the Gargantua and let's try it like this. Okay, this is a bit slow in general. So I want to take a mulligan here. Yeah, this is better. So we need a combination of at least 2 cards to have Goblin Lackey and handle the Llanowar Elf. So no turn 1 play here makes me happy. Goblin Sharpshooter is a huge problem for us. But I'm happy to have some low mana creatures here with a combination of Wall of Blossoms. Okay, if you just want support, it's perfect for me. Because now my play will be to land Rofellos, which could make 3 mana next turn. He needs to handle the Rofellos. Maybe he has Pyrokinesis, which is a huge blowout against my deck. Okay. So from here, we got 7 mana. So I think the best thing I can do is turn 3 Penumbra Wurm, which is a good blocker. And when it dies, I will have a black 6/6 Wurm with Trample. So this is either applying pressure or is a really good blocker. Okay, Ringleader hitting 2 cards. Not perfect, but solid. Okay, this is great. I just want to start here with 1 Wall of Blossoms, because I need to decide later if I want to fetch for white. Let's go for another Wall of Blossoms. Okay, so here I need to fetch for white, which is fine. Again, I think that we are the aggressor. Natural order, okay. This is a lot, man. This is turn 4. This is fun. So next turn I can play like 1 or 2 Phantom Nishoba. He can port my planes, so it was probably bad because I had 1 green mana left anyway. But if he does it, I will just natural order for Phantom Nishoba. Yeah, I shouldn't have fetched there. Okay, here I just want to block this huge thing, block here, and block this one to stop the mana. Okay, another forest. So let's see. 4 mana, 5, 7 mana. I can't afford natural order then, but I think it's fine. So play it like this. Man, this deck is gold. There's ability that we still lose. Okay, not yet. Alright, we are on the play here. So let's see if we can get a good hand. I think this is good enough. It can get downhill if we draw too many lands, but yeah, it's a fine hand, I guess. I want to fetch this immediately because we have our 1 of planes in hand anyway. So let's see what our opponent plays. Just a forest. Okay, Living Wish here is sweet. Just a forest, so this could be everything. I don't think it's elves, otherwise we would have seen a 1-drop. So this could... Ah, okay. Maybe Giant Magnivore. So we got 7 mana here. I think I want to close the game quick, so let's Living Wish here for a Deranged Hermit. Multani would be sweet, but we are 1 mana short for that. So Hermit and go. So Pyroclasm would be strong against us, but this Pyroclasm is strong in any case, so yeah. If he has it, he has it. Okay, Gamekeeper. So the question is, do I want to still attack? I don't think so. So let's throw this away. So now we got 1 mana more. Tough decision. So 3, 6, 7, 8 mana. We could get Multani. Yeah, let's try, because it's sweet, to 6 mana. Sadly, we can't cast any other spells. So I get Multani here. I think I still want to attack with the squirrels to just get damage in. This is a strong deck. Rofellos, if unhandled, it's amazing. Cabal Therapy, maybe? Yeah. Probably naming another Living Wish or Food Chain. And then he gets the Empath, I guess. Yeah. But what will the Gamekeeper reveal? Maybe another Cabal Therapy and another Gamekeeper, so we got the chain going. And sooner or later, Terravor, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, he's going for the Empath here. It's sweet that we got a redraw with the Acolyte. Then he will block Multani, I guess. So I might attack. Okay, he's getting my Acolyte. Maybe he will ditch his whole hand. So Multani is a 0/0. So he has 2 more Gamekeepers in hand, am I right? Okay, now suddenly he is the boss on the battlefield. Food Chain is fine, but it shrinks my Multani. So I won't drop this for now. Yeah, here we see the weakness of Multani. Okay, you could do a Symbiotic Wurm flashback. Okay, I'm absolutely willing to block the elephant. The elephant in the room. So let's block like this. And I don't want to take 7 damage, so I block like this. If he has a bolt or something, for the Multani, it's fine. He will do a flashback here with Call of the Herd. Sub-Rolling Burst. Sweet deck. Might go into a combo route. So another Empath would be nice. Or some walls. Again on playing Cabal Therapy on me. Okay, I understand. Okay, now he plays his last Cabal Therapy, naming... Okay, Terminate on Rofellos, it's fine for me. Another Rofellos. Not sure if I want to drop this. Okay, suddenly we are in a pretty weak spot. So I guess we have to drop this and hope to draw exactly the Empath, and even then it could be not fast enough. Okay, this is strong. So we need the Empath now, and even then it's difficult. So I think I need to block here, like this. But even this is a problem, so I won't block more here. This is just a free block. And now we need to draw Empath. Or Living Wish maybe. But even then I guess we lose. Yes. Let's concede here. Yeah, our hand was great. So the strategies were not matching good in our favor, but it was a fine game. I don't think I will sideboard anything here, because I want to have access in the wish board. And we don't have Birds of Paradise, so as this is the card I'm missing the most for now, this needs to be in the next iteration, for my opinion. Okay. So we are very weak against the Cabal Therapy. If he names exactly Rofellos. But I want to keep this just to try it out. I mean, these are really bad as they are legendary. So it's probably not a good keep here. Even if he has turn 1 Innocent Blood, we are in a bad spotlight. But yeah, while doing these videos, I want to test a variety of strategies, not just the best every time. So let's play it like this. So game 1 you saw a very, very strong hand. And now it's more mediocre, the hand, and I think it's important to getting to know the deck from different angles. Okay, Terminate. We got another one. Having a Windswept Heath is fine. Let's see what the Wall of Blossoms reveals. Okay, it's tempting to go for a Plains here, but I want to play Rofellos, and I want to have more mana next turn for Living Wish. Would be funny if he kills this and we got the third Rofellos. Engineered Plague, this is probably too strong to handle. Again, we wouldn't have this problem if this would be a Bird of Paradise or we would have Naturalizers. So I think we can't handle this. Yeah, let's do Living Wish here, exposing the card we are going for to Cabal Therapy. Yeah, knowing that he probably brings in Engineered Plague, the Rofellos Keep is much worse than I thought before. But it is what it is. Let's try to do our best here. He could have another Engineered Plague and plays it after he attacks into the Wall of Blossoms. But I'm willing to see it. So if he has another source of damage here, he won't be able to flashback Call of the Herd, which isn't the worst, but I think he will just go for the flashback. And as I saw his deck here, I think he could easily play Destructive Revelry, something like this. I mean, the Hermit will die immediately, but he will leave 4 squirrels, which are nice. If he attacks here with both elephants, I will block one with 4 squirrels and the other one with a wall. And I will slam the Verdeloth as soon as I get to mana source number 6. Ooh, this is strong, but it would even kill his elephant, so I'm not too scared here. Let's go to block. I mean, if he loses, it's more tempting for him to pop the deed, but oh, Natural Order is sweet. Whew. Sacrifice this. He probably has another Terminate, because he wasn't adding anything to the board. So I guess I will go for the Penumbra Wurm here. So we need to kill the worm and then the black worm for deed. Yes, exactly what we thought. Sweet game. So if he sacks the deed now, he's forced to kill his elephant here, cracking deed for 2, leaving me with nothing. And the next call, we need a wall here. Okay. We can still recover from here, like drawing 2 mana sources, where one is a white one. Then we go Ancient and Phantom Nishoba. I love it that the Call of the Herd is back. It's such a cool and strong card. Food Chain, okay. I think I need to slam it, right? If he has a removal for that, it is what it is. But otherwise, we can do a lot next turn. And as the Food Chain has converted mana cost 3, he's forced to pop in another Pernicious Deed for 3, which will remove his elephants and the Engineered Plague. So I'm pretty happy about the Food Chain. If I untap with this, which I do, alright, here we go. So Crater Hellion will go to 7. I think it's worth it, right? So let's see here. Double red, triple red. Start with this. Wiping his whole board. Okay, now as we need to sacrifice this anyway. So this is 7, 8, 9. So I can do this with let's go for 7, 8, 9 for this first. Adding like 3 tokens to the board. Maybe 2. Yeah, it's kind of the same. I need to do it like this, because I need green and white mana. So we are still a bit weak against a card like Terminate, but we are strong against the Edict effect. Yeah, pretty happy. This was amazing game in general, but I recurred so good from here. All right, Living Wish. So what can we wish for? Empath. And then I could chain this. I mean, the Empath would immediately die. So I will attack here first. And then I'm thinking about I think it's right to just exile his whole hand. And we do it like this. Yes. I mean, we could even destroy all lands, but is this doing us any favor? It's hard to tell how to navigate this. So if I play Desolation Angel, I need white and black mana. And after that, and the Desolation Angel isn't even lethal. I think it's right to just say, get the cutter. Man, he has so many lines. Give him 5 points of life back. Then we will turn this into 5 white mana. Add 2 more. We are a bit weak against a card like Perish or anything. But yeah, I just want double Phantom Nishoba. We are here for the fun. Okay, Bombardement. Gamekeeper. Sweet. So this could be enough. Is sooner or later he will hit a Wurm, like here. So he can ping 8 more times. Maybe he has 1 innocent blood. Funny. Another Rofellos is really bad. If he has a Terminate, this would be so funny. Or Innocent Blood in his turn to just draw exactly the out would be very cool. Then he's suddenly in a much better position than us. Okay, why is... Okay, he's hoping for another 7/7 with another Gamekeeper. Yeah, perfect draw. So let's see. Suddenly we are looking very bad. I'm not sure if I could have prevented it. I didn't even know that he was playing Bombardement. And here he has a very sweet top deck, but I'm not mad. We had the same amount of luck the last turns. But I guess we are in trouble. Really sweet deck. So we can just think about if we could have done things differently. Which I'm not sure. Yeah, it's clear that at the point where we could just get the Desolation Angel with the information we got now and what deck he's playing, it would have been better, but otherwise Akoma would have been safe against Terminate, and I don't think we have a way to recover from here because our Crater Hellion is gone. He has more elephants in the flashback. So, sweet deck. Really, really sweet deck. Yeah, we found 4 Rofellos. It's funny. Frozen Reclamation. Another Skyshroud Cutter. It's probably not enough. It could buy... I don't know if this could buy one more turn. But I think we can take the time. After 15 turns, it doesn't matter if you need one more minute. So let's block here. Yeah, maybe I needed to go for the Hypnox route. But then I needed to throw away my... my Phantom Nishoba. Yeah, good games here. All right, on the draw, but not keepable. This is way too high curve and just one mana source. This is way better. Let's keep this and ship one Windswept Heath. Regarding on my opponent's deck, we can do some pretty explosive stuff here. If he has something like Kabar Therapy, chances are higher that he will name Survival of the Fittest and not Food Chain. And if so, I will bring down the Food Chain next turn. Let's ditch an Acolyte here. If we get a 3-drop, we might start the Food Chain next turn. Living Wish. Okay. I'm not sure how fast he can tear my hand apart. So I'm tempted to start the Food Chain here. It's a bit dangerous, to be honest, but I think he has something like Chain of Smog. Okay, we are stopped here, so we can go just to 3 mana. Yeah, this is awkward, but we can recover. A bile therapy would be a blowout. Okay, so we are playing against Machine Head, I guess. Here's the Cabal Therapy, probably. It's fine, we can rebuild. Yeah, and even hitting the Hermit here. He knew nothing about my cards in hand, but this is probably the card with the highest impact against him, so naming this is right. This is a bit sad. Otherwise, we could have a great turn next turn. Like Living Wish for... I mean, I still have to pay Echo, right? So this is an awkward card to have if you are just playing it as a 2/2 and not immediately sacrifice it to the food chain. He has 5 cards in hand, we have 0. So, yeah, we need a lot here. I mean, if we drew exactly the Empath, we could sooner or later set up a line with Hypnox. Okay, Terminate is fine. Living Wish. I just have to cast this to secure this from a card like Duress. We are now exposing the card to Cabal Therapy, but we can't prevent this. I mean, I could say maybe it's right to play this. Because if he's... This is not in smother range, and this is allowing us to cast a lot of our top decks. And now it's secure from a card like Cabal Therapy. Getting this edicted would be perfectly fine by me. Okay, he goes for the Dreams, and I think he can tutor one more card. This will probably be... okay, Skeleton Strike. Nice. I thought he would tutor for Phyrexian Arena, but yeah, it's tough too. 5, 6, 7, 8, so even Hypnox would not be castable. Grim Lavamancer is strong, because he can cut through my cutter. And the rack, okay. His win option here. We can yield. We are not dead here. It's a huge problem that this will be gone. I attack here. Because he won't block anyway, and this will be dead to 1 Grim Lavamancer activation if he can manage to ditch one more card. Okay, attacking for 5, 6. I mean, we can recover, but we need a lot going right here. So he has one more card. This could be Cabal Therapy or Duress. Another forest. This is too much. We can't recover from here. Yeah, just blindly hitting with Cabal Therapy was probably the point where we lost the game. Alright, I think Crater Hellion is not what I want to have exchanges with an Empath, Uktabi could be fine. Cut one Rofellos here, or maybe one Acolyte. So we still got the ability to pick them up from the sideboard, so they are not completely gone. The one big problem is that we can't interact with Hypnotic Spectre. But as his hand is probably stacked with discard spells, I don't want to take a mulligan here. I just want to cast that. Yeah, this matchup is tough. Because he even has the tools to handle the resolved big threat from us. And Wall of Blossom is fine. He probably has Terminate, which he needs to play on Rofellos then. So question is, do I want to give him the target, or do I just want to... I think it's better to play Wall of Blossoms, hoping to draw land. And then if we untap again, we can make a pretty explosive line with Food Chain. This is just a too easy target for Lightning Bolts, for Terminates. Okay, Lightning Bolt on the Cutter. Yeah, everything done right here. Okay, I will probably... I don't want to... I don't know. Let me ship the turn back here. We need a third mana source and we need to untap to play Food Chain. Then we could state a chance. Of course, we could play Hypnox next turn, I guess. The Hippie. And the Grim. Okay, I need land here. Please give me land. No. So, yeah, this is over, I guess. We could have one more shot here if we discard exactly Uktabi Orangutan, but this was the spot where we need to draw land. Then we could have a... I think we could have a Hypnox. And now he probably has more removal or discard. Yeah, here's the Food Chain gone. Ah, set one. Dystopia? No. Can't cast Dystopia. Okay, here's the Engineered Plague. This is enough for me to concede. Yeah, this was sad. Let me show... Yeah, Engineered Plague is killing this deck. Alright everyone, welcome back to the room, and man, this was a blast to play. Really loved the Rofellos, and yeah, it had some really amazing lines. It's I've written with Sunny S about the deck here, and the Llanowar Elves are Birds of Paradise now, and he sent me a adjusted deck list, which looks really sweet. I might try this out later. But regarding from this list, and without going too much into detail about his new list, I just want to make some remarks. Yeah, mostly. So the cutter was not amazing, but it was really interesting. And even in some matchups like against Goblins, it was cool to have a free 1 mana, free creature which can withstand a Goblin Lackey, for example. It felt a bit clunky to have 4 Living Wish of many reasons. So you can't cast Living Wish with a food chain mana, which is a problem. I love the idea of having Living Wish, but then I would at least play 1 City of Brass probably in the sideboard. And there were many phases where I wished for a Gaea's Cradle, which could really accelerate me. The Multani's Acolytes were pretty awkward because often we were not able to pay for them, or we paid for them and then we slowed down in the next turn. And yeah, we get some bad blowouts by Engineered Plague as we accepted. But in general, what a great list, and I'm looking forward to play this again. But I think to have a bit more tools or be a bit more stable against a variety of matchups, there need to be adjustments. Like I think so Llanowar Elves should be Birds of Paradise in any case, in my opinion. I just want to try more with the Rofellos here, but Living Wish was not great, I guess. So maybe we need to stock up on the Empath and the Hermit again then. And we really need to add 2 things to the deck. It's like at least 3 naturalizes, because there are so many cards which are running away, like Survivor of the Fittest, Oath of Druids, Engineered Plague, Phyrexian Arena. We need some way to handle them. We could even think about creature-based removal, but it's not great. So we need naturalize. And I guess we need some way of graveyard interaction. And this could be Tormod Script, or this could be Phyrexian Furnace. Yeah, but anyway, really great deck. Was fun to see so many of these staples as a child again. Like these were all creatures we were aiming for having in our collection. And yeah, my heart opens if I see them. And I wish you had a great time while watching this, and we see us in the next video.